some, you or Lumbers had to get some sent in from France or somewhere for presentation?
England, France.
Yeah, FedEx or something. I remember that. You were there waiting on these foam balls, and none of us never, or these felt balls, you know. So, and then of course, Lieutenant under orange and green. And again, remember the early trainings too, there were never any, the only videos we had in the early trainings were players from the UK, France, and Belgium, right? And I got sick of seeing that little kid from France or Belgium, they hitting on that court, and they had the 95 ball rally and all that. It showed it every time because that's all we had. And we didn't have any players here at that level on that court size. But again, we're resourceful, and we do have a lot of players now that are as good as that. I mean, there's a player across town right now, his name's Jake Kennedy. He does have some good genes. His uncle is Bobby Reynolds, his mom, Bobby's sister Debbie, who plays PBA. Jake is 6, maybe. He might be 7 now. And he is already better than any of those kids on those videos at 7. 2 hands on both sides. He's actually already playing on with the orange ball and the green ball. But on that small court, on the orange court, he is unbelievable, and he is very fast. You've got a couple of great, while this stuff's going on too, we have some great teachers or students of the game. Julio Goudreau is one. Julio probably went to every training offered for the first 3 years of this, everywhere in the country. Is that a fair estimation? And he asks a lot of questions too, always. He doesn't ask easy questions either. Remember one question he asked Mark Blackman in one of the sessions after he'd asked his 10 other questions was, he asked Mark what happened to him on the tour.
That was not the question.
I don't remember how he answered that, because Mark Blackman was a great junior player, and we all expected him to have great pro success. Something happened in there. But, Julio asked the tough questions. Mike Beck, right here from Athens, asked him, I don't know how many times you called and emailed him. But Mike had other interests also in this too, because his daughter was starting to play. And she was right in that age. Mike's wife coached at the University of Georgia. But their daughter was starting to play, showing great interest. So Mike had great interest in this for a couple of reasons, not only for his program, but also for his daughter. And so I know he said, well, are you all going to continue with this? Are you sure this is going to be the way you're going to do it? Almost every week for Mom. But again, both of those were great supporters of everything that we've done. And I'll talk about Mike's daughter, again, a little bit here. David's going to talk to you about some of the new programs that we put in. And we'll go through this part pretty quickly. And if any of you, everything we have in this presentation, we didn't make copies of, but David can email to you. So if you'll give David your card, afterwards he'll email any of this information that you have an interest in. But these are some of the new things that we've done. I say new things. Some of these are new terms for new things. But go ahead, David.
So I'm just going to explain a little and hopefully give you all the statistics about how it's going with the southern section. Festivals, I don't know if you know what those are, but mostly just it's a way to kind of get kids interested in tennis. Like big festivals, we usually have them in March, and small games and events and activities that we'll just have. It can be anywhere. It can be in the park. It can be in the park or at another town festival, whatever. So those are usually in March, and what we're trying to do next year is have those, a little more often, just to get more kids interested in tennis and help you. Play days, I'm sure some of you are aware of play days, but it's meant to act as an entry level for kids who are just beginning to play tennis. You usually have to be able to serve and kind of keep score in a sense, and it's a way for just kids to be competitive, but not overly so, just to have fun and kind of just get into playing in a tournament type of environment without the stress of a tournament. And we've actually had, I forgot the exact number, but almost close to 300 within our southern region over 9 states, which is really great for us.
And the play days are I guess it's our answer for the lack of free play, right, Kurt? In other words, in the old days, kids would just come to your facility and just gather and play. Maybe they'd stay all day.
between clubs and the clubs that you all have, where you all give lessons and whatnot. I think we had 230, I believe, as of this month, which is again good and a step forward just to get kids active and playing competitive.
Yeah, they're kind of our answer for the other clubs that are in scholastic areas. You know, chess club, volleyball club at schools. And I think that's the intent of those, is just to have these kids' tennis clubs in schools at the younger ages, elementary school and middle school levels there, so that they get into tennis and continue on there. So.
Next is our target market initiatives. They are all over the South, minus in North Carolina and Arkansas as well. I'll give you a list. We have Nashville, two in Atlanta, Atlanta East and Atlanta West, Birmingham, Shreveport, New Orleans, Greenville, Spartanburg. A couple more, I just can't remember. And so what that's meant to do is to bring 10 and under tennis to that specific community. We have a local provider who's there, who is on the ground, kind of coming up with events, getting pros to have 10 and under events and play days and festivals and things of that nature to get the word out with among the community. So then from there we can kind of put them into programs, junior team tennis, get them started playing active. And that is what our TMI markets are for.
If you're in one of these markets, the line grants that are available for the 60-foot lines are available to you with 100% of the cost to be paid. So if you're in one of the markets, check with David in one of the market cities, and you can have those line grants, or you can have the clay court lines, the temporary lines, and get those in those cities. If you're not in one of the market cities, I think we can cover up to 75% of that cost. So we've done a lot in the first couple of years. It's tapered off some, so we're looking to continue that, increase that even more so. Anything else on the markets, David? Okay. These last two are two of our core programs: junior team tennis, of course, and tournaments. And we'll go in those a little bit more in a minute. The one thing I want to tell you though is that on both of these, wherever you are south, if you're running under 10 junior team tennis teams at your facility, or you're running under 10 or under 8 tournaments, and we have grants for you to get some balls for those programs. And on junior team tennis, also we can get you some nets for the area. So if you're running those, keep that in mind. Both of our coordinators for those, St. Hastings and Mary Hasley, will deal with those. So again, you can grab David's card, email him about those. Anything 10 and under, you can contact David about on those. Okay. We push everything a little bit, well, a lot of things to the USTL membership, and the two membership programs are junior team tennis tournaments. So 3 years ago we started this. First, 10 and unders, we started a free membership for the first year for children. And that's continuing into next year. So any of your players that haven't joined the USTA that are under 10, you get a free membership, and it's full benefits. So they can do everything that a paid member can do. Year to date this year, we have 6,735 of those in Southern, and that's out of around 30,000 nationally. So over the last 3 years, it's been about 100,000 nationally. Now, and that's a pretty good number. It's a little bit distorted because we would have had a certain number that are paid anyway. Okay, but that's still, it wouldn't have been that high. Here's the thing that's is concerning and it's not concerning. I mean, it's always concerning. So the retention rate generally, as an average, is less than 15%, which means that less than 15% of those free ones renewed in the second year. Okay, so we pretty much feel like if they don't get into a program, junior team tennis or doing another one of the programs, they don't feel like they have a reason to renew their membership. Okay, so we do want to up that. But on the other hand, 15% is compared to, and in a lot of other sports, is not a bad number. We hear the numbers about the number of children that leave soccer at age 15 or 13 or so every year, which was around 1 million. Of course, they gain do wanna up that 15%, so, but it is available to all of your children, who are under 10. One of the things I do wanna mention while we're on this is, those of you in the South who work with, elite players that are going to the Nationals, this membership does connect to that. So 40% of how many players we send to